Welcome to the Exit Rich podcast, where the leading authority on buying, selling, fixing, and growing companies, Michelle Seiler Tucker, is dedicated to helping you find the path to retire rich and move on to your next adventure by exiting your business for the desired dream price you deserve. Get ready to exit rich with your host, Michelle Seiler Tucker.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Exit Rich. Every week we provide new episodes. Today we're going to talk about AI in the business place. I'm Michelle Seiler Tucker. Really excited as we're going to talk about one of the biggest business shifts we've ever seen since the internet transformed the economy. That was a long time ago. We're talking about AI, artificial intelligence. It's everywhere right now. Every entrepreneur is talking about it. Every software company is integrating it. Every investor is chasing it, including me. I'm chasing it too. I'm starting my own AI company. Every employee is worried about it, but most business owners are asking the wrong question. They're asking, how can AI save me time? That's not the real question that you should be asking, my friends. The real question is, will AI increase the value of your business or make your company obsolete? Because make no mistake about it, AI is going to create massive wealth for some companies and destroy enterprise value for others. The scary part is that many business owners won't realize they're becoming obsolete until buyers stop calling. This is not just a technology conversation. This is a scalability conversation, a valuation conversation, an exit planning conversation, because buyers are already evaluating businesses differently. I've been in this industry for 26 years. Nobody is looking at businesses the same. Let's unpack it. Every major economic shift creates two categories of companies. The companies that adapt and the companies that disappear and just ignore that AI is even here. We saw it with Blockbuster and Netflix, Borders and Amazon, taxi companies and Uber. These are real examples that has changed the way that we do business. Now we're seeing it with AI. The businesses that embrace AI strategically will become more scalable, more efficient, more profitable, less owner dependent, and more attractive to buyers. The businesses that ignore AI completely, well, many of them will become commoditized. And that word is really important. Why? Well, commoditized businesses lose pricing power. They lose their ability to be unique, to distinguish themselves from everybody else. They lose profitability and eventually they lose value, huge value. Here's what entrepreneurs need to understand. AI is not replacing all businesses, but it is exposing weak businesses faster than ever before. Let's talk about the companies that are really going to win. The businesses that become more valuable in the AI era are really those businesses that use AI to strengthen the 6 Ps. We've talked about the 6 Ps: people, product, processes, proprietary, and patrons. Profits. AI is becoming an accelerator, but it only accelerates what already exists. If your business already has strong systems, clear processes, good leadership, clear data, customer loyalty, operational discipline, AI can dramatically increase enterprise value. Why? Well, because buyers love businesses that are efficient, predictable, transferable. Scalable AI can improve all 4. A manufacturing company using predictive management becomes more efficient, way more efficient. A marketing company using AI-assisted analytics can improve customer acquisition and retention. A healthcare company leveraging AI to streamline operations can improve margins significantly. The key is this: AI should strengthen the infrastructure of your business, not replace strategic thinking. Now let's talk about the companies in danger. The businesses most at risk are businesses that have no USP, unique selling proposition, no proprietary advantage, no systems, no operational efficiency, and no customer loyalty, and heavy dependency on manual labor for repetitive tasks, because AI is rapidly reducing the value of low-level repetitive work. Amen. And I say amen, amen, amen. Why? Because all you business owners have been telling me over and over and over again, I want to sell my business. I can't deal with employees anymore. Employees are the biggest issue, the biggest headache in my company. Well, AI is going to help with that, my friends. It's going to help get rid of those mediocre tasks and those employees that are doing such. Here's the truth. Most business owners don't want to hear. If your only competitive advantage is labor, you are vulnerable. If your company can easily be replicated with AI tools, buyers will not pay premium multiples. And this is where many entrepreneurs get blindsided. They assume my revenue is growing, so business must be valuable. Not necessarily. Revenue does not equal enterprise value. A business that depends entirely on the owner manual processes and their tribal knowledge or outdated systems will really struggle in the AI economy, because buyers are really looking for operational leverage. And AI is really accelerating the gap between sophisticated companies and unsophisticated companies. Now, you will still need employees. No buyers want to buy just a fully systematic company. Buyers want to buy a business with true talent and AI in place. Now let's talk about something really, really huge. Founder dependency. Founder dependency is the number one reason that businesses don't sell, or business owners are not able to sell 100% of their company. Most business owners are having to retain 20, 30, 40% because they are the business. You remove the owner from that company, there is no longer a company. AI is forcing businesses to become more systemized, and that's exposing owner-centric businesses. Very quickly, many entrepreneurs still run businesses where all the decisions go through them, all relationships depend upon them, all strategy lives in their heads, and all approval stops with them. That was already dangerous before AI. I had a lady that called me from Dallas, Texas, crying because her husband dropped dead of a heart attack at the age of 40. 40. He was a general contractor. He had a construction company, but he didn't have a company. He had a glorified job. When I started asking her questions about her husband and his business, I asked, how many employees do you have? None. Do you have 1099s? Yes. How many? I have no idea. What work in process does he have in progress? What's his WIP look like? She had no idea. She couldn't answer me. Where are the processes? She didn't know. What products is he working on? What congruent revenue streams does he have? She couldn't answer. Who's his customers? She didn't know. Is there any proprietary assets? None. She didn't even know if the business was profitable. Everything was in his head. So when he died, the business died. That's what we want to avoid. That's why 8 out of 10 businesses will never sell. So, judging by the story I just told you, you can probably realize that not having AI in your business is catastrophic, because buyers are asking, if the owner leaves, does the company still function efficiently? That question really matters more than ever. A business that relies entirely on one person is not scalable, and it's not truly sellable. AI rewards businesses with documented systems, documented workflows, documented processes, not chaos. Nobody is going to buy your company and pay for your chaos either. You cannot automate chaos. Let me say that again. You cannot automate chaos. AI amplifies operational discipline, but it also amplifies operational dysfunction. Now let's talk about what may become the most valuable asset of the next decade. I know you want to hear this. This is the most valuable assets that you will see in business, that buyers will pay the highest multiple for, and buyers will outbid everybody else for these assets. And those are data proprietary systems, proprietary workflows, proprietary customer information, proprietary methodologies. This is where enterprise value is really heading. The companies that own valuable data and intellectual property will dominate. That's why proprietary is becoming more important than ever before. Businesses that build unique systems, unique customer insights, unique customer experiences, an operational framework, and unique intellectual property will really command that higher price, that higher multiple, and that higher valuation. Why? Because buyers pay premium for businesses that cannot easily be replicated. Like I buy businesses, and I'm always looking for that niche business. I don't want things that everybody else is doing. AI actually increases the value of proprietary assets because the more proprietary information your company owns, the smarter your system becomes. That really creates a competitive advantage. Think about it. And competitive advantages create valuation growth. When buyers are looking at businesses, the first thing they ask, what is your competitive advantage? What separates you? What's unique? What's your USP? What's your unique selling proposition? Now let's talk about profits. Profits. Some businesses will experience massive margin expansion with AI. Did you hear that? Businesses will experience massive margin expansion with AI. Others will watch their margins collapse entirely. Why? Well, let's think about it. Because AI is creating efficiency at scale. The companies that adapt early can really reduce overhead, improve speed, increase productivity, serve more customers, improve customer experience without dramatically increasing labor costs. People think I can add more revenue, but then I got to add more people. Not necessarily. You're going to be able to add more revenue, but not always adding more labor cost. This will create operational leverage. But companies that refuse to evolve, refuse to change, they refuse to shift with market trends, then guess what? Their costs stay high, very high, while competitors become faster and more efficient. And eventually, customers notice, employees notice, buyers notice. The market always rewards efficiency, always. Here's the biggest mistake I'm really seeing right now in the industry, and just market trends. Business owners are chasing AI tools. Everybody's like, oh, I can do it quicker. I can do it better. I can use this tool. I can use that tool. Without really fixing foundational problems first. They think AI will save a broken business. It won't. AI will expose broken systems faster than anything else. If your financials are messy, sloppy, like most business owners are, AI won't fix that. It's not going to fix your sloppy financials. If your leadership team is weak, AI won't fix that. If your customer experience is inconsistent, AI won't fix that either. If your processes are undocumented, AI won't fix that. Technology cannot replace operational excellence. Technology cannot replace operational excellence. The business that wins in the AI area will still need strong leadership, clear strategy, healthy culture, financial discipline, operational systems. AI is a multiplier. It's not a fixer. It's not a miracle. Let's break AI down using the 6 Ps. You've heard me talk about the 6 Ps in my book, Exit Rich. So let's discuss that. first P in my 6P process is people. The companies that win will have leadership teams that adapt quickly. The companies that lose will resist the change and remain owner dependent. Products and services must evolve with changing customer expectations and changing the customer experience. AI is changing what customers expect regarding speed, personalization, availability, and convenience. Let's look at processes. This is where AI creates enormous value. Documented, repeatable systems become more scalable through automation. My favorite P out of all of my 6Ps that I designed in Exit Rich is proprietary. Why do I like proprieties? Why do I like proprietary so much? Because proprietary are those assets, those synergies that can take you from a 3 multiple to a 5 to an 8 to a 10 multiple. Proprietary becomes the highest value driver in modern business. When I take a business to market and I can highlight those synergies, and maybe the business doesn't have the highest EBITDA, but they have those synergies that are in demand, that buyers want to buy, then buyers will outbid other buyers in order to get those synergies that will catapult their current business to the next level. Unique data, unique systems, unique IP, unique customer insights that where premium valuations are heading. Now, in proprietary, you always want to button up and make sure you have that federal trademark. You want to make sure you have transferable contracts. You want to make sure you're well branded. You want to make sure that the branding is not on your personality, but based on the company and the company's team. So there's a lot of things that go into proprietary assets. AI is a proprietary asset. Reoccurring revenue streams are a reoccurring asset. Let's talk about patrons. This is your customer base. Without clients, it's the feel of your business. Without clients, you have no company. Patrons is the customer experience matters more than ever before. You've seen consumers leave Toys R Us like that. Toys R Us was an $11 billion company. And overnight, within 2 years, they filed Chapter 11. Then they filed bankruptcy and shut down all their locations. Why? Because they did not adapt to customer experience. When people can go buy toys on Amazon or Walmart or anywhere else, there's no reason to go out of their way to Toys R Us and fight the traffic because they provided nothing. Same reason malls are dying, retail is dying because of lack of customer experience. AI can improve responsiveness and personalization. It can improve that buyer's experience. But businesses still need genuine customer relationships. You need that loyal customer, but you have to keep growing, innovating, and you have to keep aim, which is always innovate and market. Profits. Let's face it, we're all in business to make profit. Well, none of us are in business to lose money. However, many businesses lose money and you don't even know it. All of my friends come to me and say, I want to buy this business, that business. I'm like, why? They don't make any money. But lack of profits is never your problem. It's the lack of operating on the other 5 Ps that will cause a lack of profits as a symptom of. So profits, the business that leverages AI strategically will improve margins dramatically. The business that ignores efficiency will eventually get priced out. Here are the warning signs entrepreneurs should watch for. Warning sign number 1. Does your business still depend entirely on manual processes? If it does, then your business is not going to be as valuable and or as sellable as businesses that don't require and rely on manual processes. Number 2, warning sign number 2, all decisions depend on the owner. That's the kiss of death, my friends. If every decision has to come through you, then you don't have a business, you have a glorified job. Warning sign number 3, your competitors are becoming faster while your operations are staying stagnant. Warning sign number 4, your margins are shrinking. Your margins are shrinking while labor costs rises. This is evident in a lot of different companies I've sold, that their labor cost keeps rising. Their margins are shrinking and they're doing nothing about it. Warning sign number 5, your systems only exist in employees' heads or the owner's head, even worse. Warning sign number 6, you are resisting change instead of really preparing for it. Look, in life and in business, you're either dying or growing. There is no in between. If you're not constantly innovating, and changing, then your business will obviously die. Businesses don't become obsolete overnight. This takes years. They become obsolete slowly and painfully. Then suddenly, here's the bottom line. AI is not the threat. AI is not the threat like everybody thinks it is. Complacency is your biggest threat and your biggest weakness. The businesses that survive and thrive in the next decade will be businesses that become more scalable, more systemized, more transferable, more efficient, and less dependent on the owner. And guess what? More fun. We go in business to have financial freedom. We go in business to have a better quality of life. We go in business so we can be our own boss and do what we want to do. But guess what? Many owners are married to their business because they have a job, not a company. That's what buyers want. Buyers want a self-sufficient company that will run without the owner. That's what investors want. And honestly, that's what creates freedom for entrepreneurs. That's what creates a better quality of life. You really should build to sell, even if you never plan to sell. And I preach and teach this, and I've been doing this for 26 years, because the businesses that are most valuable are also the businesses that are the healthiest to own. So think about that. You really need to build your business utilizing the Seiler Tucker 6 Ps as found in my book, Exit Rich. Because whether you want to sell or not, you have a sustainable, scalable business. And if something catastrophic occurs, like my lady in Dallas, her husband died without any warning signs whatsoever, left her with a mountain of debt, and now she's trying to figure out how she's going to pay off the debt. You set your loved ones up for success, not for failure. So really thank you for joining me on another episode of Exit Rich. I know you found this episode to be very informative, beneficial. I hope you did. Go back and listen to it, but most importantly, share it with your network. Share it with your fellow entrepreneurs. Share it with anybody that you think can benefit. And make sure you subscribe to the Exit Rich podcast. Just don't build a business. Build a business that works without you. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Exit Rich podcast. Don't forget to check out Michelle Seiler Tucker's Build to Sell Blueprint books and Exit Rich, along with more blogs, videos, and resources at exitrichpodcast.com. Be sure to connect with Michelle on Facebook or LinkedIn and stay tuned for her next episode by subscribing in your favorite podcast player.